Hi, I'm Symphoneers, and today we're taking a look at a deck I've been working on and off for like 3 weeks, Gruul Battles. The general idea is that we are a relatively aggressive mid-rangey deck that leverages both halves of the battles, like we're looking to actively flip battles and to kind of use that creature advantage to close out the game and beat our opponents to death. Our kind of key invasions or battles on that front are Invasion of Urgamon for a little bit of hand smoothing and ramp, Invasion of Tarkir, which can just be removal kind of on both halves, as well as Invasion of Ravnica, also another form of just very solid removal in current standard. That can also be card advantage on the back half. The most notable value interaction that this has in the deck is with Invasion of Urgamon. The initial cast triggers Guildpact Paragon's text, as well as flipping it over into Truga Cliffcharger. So you can get 2 cards into hand off of just kind of casting and flipping Urgamon if you have a Guildpact Paragon down. And aside from that, we have a 1 of fun of Invasion of Chandelard. This is just for if the game goes long, we can either draw this or tutor it directly with the Truga Cliffcharger, and use the invasion to rebuy Kogla and a Helena and Elena and, something else, and use that resource advantage to kill our opponent. Seed of Hope, just a great kind of card advantage card, gives us something to do on one, can just be kind of hand smoothing and stuff. The life gain is nice versus mono red. We are running 2 Volcanic Spites just for a little bit more interaction and hand smoothing. And we are running 3 Deeproot Wayfinders. We do want to kind of curve up to 4, 5, 6 mana pretty reliably, and the Deeproot Wayfinders can help us do that. They are also the reason we are running 2 Cabaret Courtyards. I feel that 2 is a nice balance in terms of supporting it without actually losing that much in terms of how your mana rolls out. We're jamming 2 Hajar Loyal Bodyguards, mostly because it is a 3/3 for 2 that can trigger the Guildpact Paragon, but it does actually protect all of our legendary Gruul stuff up the curve. We have 2 Fables of the Mirror Breaker, just because it's Fable, it does value, and like spits out goblins and things, great. And we are running 2 Miglaw's the Maze Crushers. It's like a Swiss Army knife. Not incredible in a lot of regards, but ends up just being, pretty good, pretty useful in a lot of scenarios. One of our most critical cards for the overall game plan is Rampaging Raptor. This is the thing that lets us flip battles really aggressively, without actually sacrificing damage to the opponent's face. I've been very happy with its performance in general. This is the thing that we will use to flip Invasion of Ravnica in one shot, or a lot of our invasions we like to flip have 5 battle counters or defense counters or whatever on them, so it doesn't do them quite in one shot, but we can use the pump ability or a little bit of removal, or that's part of why we're running the removal spells we're running. Both Tarkir and Volcanic Spike can hit battles, so we can use those to get it kind of over the finish line, as it were. We're jamming 2 Helena and Elena partners, just very good kind of value Gruul creature, can give Miglaw's or Fable tokens or whatever haste, can give a lot of the kind of flipped creatures, or flipped battles rather, haste as well, so, very handy. Kogla and Yadaro are our top end of choice just because they're kind of this nice modal toolboxy creature. We do occasionally use the disenchant mode, like the 4 mana channel or discard ability. We mostly just want to haste this in, beat the opponent to death, do Gruul things. Tried to move through it a little bit more quickly today because I made the mistake of trying to do intensive cardio before I'd done all my work for the day, and now we're here and I'm tired. Anyway, let's get on to some actual gameplay. Sure, I will keep this hand. Like me an early Deeproot Wayfinder, and we have a bunch of other stuff to do on too. Kogla and Yadaro can be a little bit weird early, although if they have a Bankbuster or a Fable, the Bankbuster in particular is something that I will use the Kogla channel on, because it represents a lot of card advantage, and killing a Bankbuster while it has 3 counters on it, pretty good. Ooh, green-white, okay. Enchantments might be fiddly. We'll get the Deeproot Wayfinder down, because getting it down on 2, very solid. Dog. Miglaw's is good in this matchup. Let's see if they let us hit them. Because I kind of want to get Miglaw's down too, because it does have the 3 mana destroy an enchantment mode, so if they play out... Okay, so... Oh, we get to hit them. Lovely. have an expensive hand and would like land. Awkward. We'll do this, we'll get McGlows down. Yeah, hopefully draw into some land. If we don't, we will Urgamon or Volcanic Spite, loot, try to get some of that stuff happening. Ossification, target McGlows, sure. We can use the Invasion of Ravnica to get rid of ossifications and stuff too. Like, this is part of why I really like Invasion of Ravnica, is it just kills anything, or gets rid of anything, basically. Any non-land. Ooh, great. So we do get to do a little bit of Deeproot Wayfinder ramp. Any non-land permanent that isn't exactly 2 colors. So we'll do this. I kind of want to toss Kogla and Yadaro here. Kogla. I can never... Monkey and Turtle. Because I like the invasion of... okay. I like the invasions of Ravnica and just the interaction in general a lot in this matchup. The channel can be decent, but we're not necessarily excited about spending 4 mana to do, like, some enchantment destruction here. We're a little bit more into, like, 5 mana, and we get the Guild Pact Paragon, or just a better upside than a card. So yeah, Rockfall Vale, we will... Invasion of Ravnica, the Ossification, we could do the Teachings of the Kirin, but I would rather get McGlows back and, like, Summoning Sickness off them. And we will try to flip the Invasion of Ravnica pretty aggressively here, especially while they don't really have much of a board to work with. Upcoming turns, we might be, like, cracking McGlows to kill an enchantment, or dumping 3 mana into McGlows. Okay, they just let us hit the invasion. I think that's... I want higher value things than Fable, or even just lands, like lands to leverage and, like, do all the stuff we want to do. Some awkward Deeproot Wayfinder hits, or, like, they can be a kind of difficult thing to make decisions about the surveils. We haven't seen, like, a Hallowed Haunting or something. Hi, Catilda, you're a great thing to hit with Invasion of Ravnica. I hate Catilda so much. Or rather, to be more specific, Catilda is such a windmill slam dunk for them against aggressive decks very frequently. It will single-handedly win them games in some scenarios. Oh, like Gonjo, sure. We're a little bit sad about that. I don't think that's worth playing around, or like... Oh, Boseiju, also very good. So yeah, just having... like, it's a super critical card for them in aggressive matchups, so just having clean exile removal for Catilda is just, oh, chef's kiss. No notes, 10 out of 10. Deeproot Wayfinder, Invasion of Ravnica, we do this stuff, Guild Pact Paragon, thank you, we have a 5/5 now. Cabaret Courtyard in the graveyard, great. So we will be able to, as long as our Deeproot Wayfinder hits now, we will be able to do Cabaret Courtyard stuff. Doesn't super matter what we pick, grab a mountain maybe. We will keep up Boseiju, or keep Boseiju in hand for killing an enchantment. I don't know that... Oh, it's another Catilda, okay. Ossification, Oh, no. Oh, sorry, I'm overthinking this, aren't I? I'm really overthinking this. Oh, fly ossification. The downside to using O-ring effects. Because, yeah, they get land off this, but we get to kill their Catilda. The Invasion of Ravnica ETB, definitely an exile. And yeah, the invasion resets it, so... Buy Catilda, buy the only card we're really worried about, and then from there we can just do, like, Invasion of Tarkir on the Kirin Touch Orochi, maybe? We could also do it on the other things. Let's do Volcanic Spite on the dog? Sure. We'll fire off the Seed of Hope, or get that... Yeah, in the bin, Helena and Delena. Good to see you, good to have you. We will get one of the Guild Pact Paragons, or like go for another one, just because our 2/2 is not going to kill the opponent really quickly. We have a lot more ability to kind of control things and snowball with more creatures. Heliod. Helena and Delena are semi-helpful here. Semi because we're about to lose the Deeproot Wayfinder to the ossification. Oh, Rampaging Raptor, hi! You're a little bit awkward versus a 4/4. Don't know how I feel about this. I don't really want to lose the Rampaging Raptor to the Heliod here. Might just be the awkward Raptor no attack pass. Normally I wouldn't do this, or like I would try to pressure them a little bit more aggressively, but with a Helena and Delena in hand, we have a way potentially to make the Raptor outsize the Heliod and murderize the opponent. Yeah, like it'll really quickly and really efficiently flip battles. Both of these are good sagas. Both of the sagas are very low pressure. So, or like very low pressure in the short term of the next 1 or 2 turns where we're looking to do the Raptor thing. So, pretty okay draws on our end. Seed of Hope. We'll fire off the Seed of Hope first, I think. Do we want another Invasion of Tarkir at this point? We either have the invasion plus Helena and Delena, or we can Kirkplace and Forest have Helena and Delena and Raptor Pump. They're pretty similar, so I'm just going to lean towards the thing that kind of puts us up an actual magic card. Yeah, we will Tarkir. And we will do what? Get an Invasion of Ravnica flipped or something, or... It doesn't super duper matter. Kind of wanted to Tarkir Dragon. They're also really nice for flipping battles. Send the Raptor face. If they just let us hit them, we'll flip something we didn't chip away at. So yeah, we'll do the high health Invasion of Tarkir. And now we're feeling very good about our ability to close out the game. Unless they have something real bad. A sweeper or something, to be specific. Touch the Spirit Realm, sure. Awkward for us, but we have the Divine Thundermaw and Helena and Delena to work with, so feeling pretty good. 5/7 Heliod, hit me. Hit me. Hit me. We would like to do Murex. I'll do the Murex. I'll sequence the Murex properly. We'll do this. We will attack both at the face. I guess we can just do this and really try to threaten lethal. Yeah, like Spirit, both at face, hit them for 6. And go from there. Neat game. Or like that really got to show off the kind of like battles resource engine. Even though we didn't flip a ton, all our lines very much revolved around like flipping a Ravnica, getting it back, etc, etc. So neat. Good games to the opponent. This hand is fairly good. A little bit overloaded to do with stuff on 2. We might use one of the Urgamons to filter away. Another Urgamon. We're on the draw, yeah. But Fable and Helena and Delena and like a little bit of interaction and stuff. Nice spread of cards in hand to work with. Yeah, I mentioned briefly in the deck tech that I've been working on this on and off for 3 weeks. I found it to be very streaky in a weird way. I'll have patches of games where it's unbeatable and goes like, has an 80% win rate or something. Or not unbeatable if it has an 80% win rate. Words are hard, you know what I mean. Like, it does really well and then I'll lose 5 games in a row. And it's just like, I think our opponent is doing, like, domain or whatever. Sorry, we don't want to submit one, so we'll go down on interaction. We're expecting a lot of the big clowny domain payoffs like Atali, Atraxa, etc. to be things that Invasion of Ravnica can kill. So we'll maybe we'll hold that for later. And we'll have the Rampaging Raptor hit the face. Get 4 damage on Urgamon. Yeah, we do no longer have the volcanic spite. We might just be like Helena and Delena getting the raptor swole. Diabolist, okay. Hmm. Alright then. Um, let's do... I would like the Helena and Delena here, I think. Just because making the raptor big is pretty good. They're pretty strongly incentivized to remove Helena and Delena just because they're a rolling source of advantage. But with Raptor doing Raptor things, it's a little bit harder to justify. Yeah, we'll toss the Urgamon here and tutor for, I think, a Tarkir. I believe we are in the lead. Just guessing from the Maestro's Diabolist. And if you're in the lead with this deck and you have the kind of setup to flip battles aggressively, the Tarkir Dragon, like the Divine Thundermaw on the back of Invasion of Tarkir, it's a real good creature to get. It'll kill people quickly. So, yeah, that's kind of why we're into tutoring for that. We will just get hit by this because... It's a Maestro's Diabolist. Yeah, I'm still not immediately worried. We would like to... What? Invasion of Tarkir... We can layer 2 Invasion of Tarkirs on the Facebreaker. Helena and Delena can't trample, but everything else can, and everything else will get powered up to 11. So yeah, they need to... We should have lethal here, right? Like this will be a 4-6 with Helena and Delena counters. So we... Opponent, please. I'm gonna keep this match, like, even though they're really slowing down at the end here. And probably playing something kind of off meta. They just let me kill them. Cause yeah, I don't want to record a ton of games tonight, or like fish for super aggressive games, and I talked through a lot of relevant decision points. Anyway, good games to the opponent. I will keep this hand. In particular, Seed of Hope I like because hand is potentially a little bit land light, and even though our green source is tapped, we at least have something in hand that we can use to fish for more lands. And then we do have some interaction on 2 and the relatively smooth curve going up. So that's neat. Is it? Let's do the Seed of Hope before we play a land, just in case we hit some more lands, so yeah, we'll get one of those down. I was looking for, sequencing-wise, I was looking for another green source so we could fire off the other Seed of Hope. We didn't hit it, but that's fine. Grixis with Adversary, interesting. Let's do... we could do Urgamon stuff here. I kind of like Invasion of Tark here, plus using the Seed of Hope to try to get a land. So we just take that off the board. Fire this off. There's no point in being clever with sequencing. We don't hit a land, which is awkward. I don't know that I'm super excited about the Deeproot Wayfinder on like turn 4 plus. A little more interested in the Invasion of Ravnica. Especially if they are doing Grixis things of like... Looks like they're going off meta. I'm getting mostly off meta stuff this recording, and well, it's a little bit like, oh, this is awkward in terms of demonstrating how the deck lines up against the meta. I'm very much enjoying it in terms of just like not playing against Shieldred and Invoke Despair and stuff all the time. Does require I actually think during the games, which is neat. Love to do a think. Let's just Rampaging Raptor. We could try to do like a little bit more value-y things, doing like Urgamon, filter away maybe Kokolindi Daro, and Miglo's using the treasure, but just hit them. Very, like, Occam's Razor, 4 damage on them, getting the Invasion of Tarkir almost flipped. Pretty good, pretty simple line. Nice, clean, thing to do that turn. And then, yeah, they have seen the invasion from the Seed of Hope. Don't know if that's going to affect how they do board development stuff. Shieldred's Edict, sure. So there's there's standard black cards showing themselves. We will rock you. No. This is really awkward this turn. Like, the thing I want to do is play out like Kokolindi Daro, flip the Tarkir, or just hit the opponent again. Or Maglows. Don't really want to actually discard anything with Urgamon. I should know this, but it's May. It's a May. Yeah, so I think the thing we'll do here is Maglows and Invasion of Urgamon, but not actually discard a card, just try to get the treasure for ramp. They look like they might have a counterspell, or they just have more removal, okay. There's the standard cards. Decline. Yeah, we still like the Invasion of Ravnica, we still like the Kokla and the Adaro. Kaido. Ew.
So this is my opponent.
Kaido draw a card.
Secrets won't stay hidden for long.
Kaido stuff happens.
Infiltrations, my
That's
specialty.
a little bit noodly in terms of their tempo. Right. We could Kogla haste. The token is 2/2. Sure. This is pretty awkward, but I like flipping the Invasion of Tarkir, I think. Or Urgamon, either of them, really. Just getting more stuff happening on the board for us. Maybe the Invasion of Urgamon. I wouldn't mind waiting until we... I'm assuming they throw the token under this, like they should, yeah. So this is just a way for us to both kill a creature and get a battle flipped. Drone text happens, Tarkir happens. This helps prevent a secondary Kaido activation, which is part of why I'm valuing that as highly as I am, because I'm not really expecting, like, they have shown us Bloodthirsty Adversary, so that could be an awkward top deck. Combat damage to a player, they have Adversary, they could kick Adversary if they have it. Oh, so of course they have the best possible card against us in this situation. And our Divine Thundermaw goes bye-bye, and they get to do Kaido stuff again. Okay. Don't you just love having 15 high-quality Doomblades in Standard?
Stay alert. Something's
I
got fresh intel.
Really awkward game, because the Invasions of Ravnica are really good versus, like, Shieldred, Fable of the Mirrorbreaker, Itali, Atraxa, so much of the meta. There's not actually that many relevant dual color threats. Play what you're gonna play or whatever. And this is at least doing something interesting compared to a lot of Grixis decks. Like this value loop is genuinely interesting. But whenever I see Kaido, I'm like, oh, this type of thing is gonna happen. It's like, no. They will be up 5 cards, and I will just be like, how did we get here? This is not my beautiful board state. Yeah, like this happens, haste. Oh, sorry, we're essentially dead on board with the 2/2/2s and the haste threat, so concede. Yeah. Real weird game. I have no idea. Is that... I should probably keep that in if I'm also keeping in other, like, off-meta stuff. That was... Yeah, like I said, that was kind of an interesting loop, but also just... Boy, our draws were terrible. If we even just had, like, any of our other interaction and not specifically Invasion of Ravnica's, that'd be a thing. Good games to the opponent. Sure, I will take this hand. One of the curves I like quite a bit with this deck is Invasion of Urgamon, loot something or whatever, get the treasure in short, and then Rampaging Raptor on turn 3. Just feels good. It's good, clean magic. We could do Helena and Elena on 3, but I would like to get kind of flipping battles and doing that value stuff. Get a forest down. Our opponent plays a Swamp. We will play a Copperline Gorge, Urgamon, filter away one of our Carclusen forests, I think, because we're probably going to just draw another land before things get too far gone. Rampaging Raptor and hit their face. Bankbuster for the opponent, their Rakdos. So we're expecting, you know, Blood Tithe Harvester, Fable, etc., etc. Urgamon to 1. There's the Blood Tithe Harvester. If they want to trade specifically the Bankbuster here, we're very okay with this. That's like one of the best possible outcomes for us. Maybe I should have risked Helena and Delena. Because we still get to flip the Invasion of Urgamon. We, like, Raptor's not dead yet. Unless they have specifically damage-based removal, in which case we 2-for-1'd them. Or like 1.9-for-1'd them, something like that. Truga Cliffcharger, we will use the proc here to toss the Wayfinder in favor of probably another Invasion of Ravnica. I really like the Invasions of Ravnica in this matchup. And we will just Urgamon to get a treasure so that we can cast stuff. I think I'm going to keep that game in just because, as I think I mentioned, I'm tired and it's hot, a hot summer day and I don't want to record for super long. A thing that potentially could have been incorrect there was attacking with the Raptor before we play out an Invasion of Urgamon. Just because if they block with the Bankbuster, a line we have if we play out the Invasion of Urgamon first is that we have that battle on the field and then we can pump using the treasure on the Raptor. So we would still push over 2 damage, flip the Urgamon, and be set up for value-y stuff moving forward. So that's like a potential, it's not like a huge or outright punt, but kind of sequencing optimization to maybe consider just in situations like that. With that start from the opponent, I think we're favored in that type of matchup. And yeah, I think I'll end things there. The Grixis game was weird. Normally we don't get punished that hard for Invasions of Ravnica, or we very much saw the two kind of polar sides of that card in this video. Of like in the Enchantments matchup, just having clean exile for anything was critical in getting rid of Catilda and the O-rings, whereas with like Kaido and just kind of like falling behind on board and stuff, and behind in value, real bad in the Grixis matchup. I might cut out like a midsection of that or something where we're just, I don't know. I'm having editing thoughts now, which means it's a good time to stop talking and say, you know, thank you for watching the video. Hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching the video, and an extra big thank you to the Patreon patrons and YouTube members that help make these videos possible. Hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.